Hi, I'm Betsy, and this is my helper, Ellie. We just bought a 2018 Ram Promaster 1500 cargo van. We plan to convert it to a camper van for fun getaways and adventures. Come along with us on this journey. We bought our Ram Promaster 1500 cargo van specifically with the upper and lower wall paneling system because we felt that it would be an easier conversion for our skills. The upper and lower wall paneling system are just thin plastic molded panels which are fitted on with these push pins. The whole kit of the upper and lower panels is only a $295 add, so we felt that it was a cost-effective solution to finishing the walls of our van. The first project in our van conversion is to remove the wall panels so that we can put sound deadener and insulation behind them. Then before we put the panels back up, we plan to cover the panels with polymat, which is automotive carpet, which is very flexible and pliable, and then put that back up for a finished look. To get started, you're going to need some tools. We went over to Harbor Freight and checked out some different tools. We looked at the panel clip pliers, which are very effective, but honestly didn't work that well for me because I don't have great hand strength. So instead, I'm using the panel trim removal tool set, and really I'm using primarily this tool. But you have to buy it as a set, and I think it was $15 at Harbor Freight on sale. So you'll also want some safety gear, gloves, safety glasses, and knee pads for working on the lower panels. Save your knees. To remove the push pins, I generally will use a very thin screwdriver just to get behind the push pins because some of them are pushed pretty well flush. Rotate it so that you're always working against the metal. For example, here there would be a gap, here there would be a little indentation. You want to always be working against the highest metal point so that you're reducing the possibility of marring or even punching through the plastic. And then you'll just ratchet it off, and there's your push pin. Store your push pins in some kind of a bucket. I've got an old Tupperware so that I can keep track of them all. You're also going to need some replacement pins. So far, after removing this many, I've broken only one. So far so good. Remember to always work side, bottom, side, back to the top so that you have some push pins in the top to support the panel while you're removing the others. Once I take the panel off, I'll label and store it away. It's going to be a little while before these go back on.
We've removed the little buttons from here so that we can pull the panel off to be able to insulate and sound deaden back there. These are a little tricky. They've got tabs that you want to carefully pull out. Bend it down to release it. Success. Oh yes, we're going to make it go at an angle. There we go.
I noticed as we were taking out the upper push pins on the upper row of the panel that some of them were really adhered in, and as I pulled them out, metal shavings fell out. First thing we did was vacuumed up the metal shavings to avoid any rust collecting on the floor of the van. The next thing we'll do is knock off these little metal burrs and take a can of white Rust-Oleum and just dab all of these areas to prevent rust from developing in those areas. Top 3 tips for removing the wall panels in your Ram Promaster cargo van. Tip number 1, have the right tools available for the job. Tip number 2, Apply gentle, even pressure when removing the push pins, and always press against the metal so that you're not pressing into a gap where you might crack, dent, or even break through the plastic panel. Tip number 3, save your push pins. You're going to need these if you want to put the panels back in, and buy spares because even a few will break. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you with your project.